How's it going, everyone? Let's make some money today. You guys, to start off with, let's go through the checklist right above this video to see exactly where we're sitting with the market. This is trading the E-mini futures here on the 2-minute time frame. Today is July 11th, right at noon, spot on. Just so you guys can do a timestamp on this video, noon right at the bottom. And so you guys can go back, take a look at these metrics. I want you to see exactly what I'm seeing on this chart. And I want to see if I can enter into position here with you guys to make some money in the market and show you how I'm using these metrics to be consistently profitable in the market. At the end of the video, we're also going to go over the P&L that I've done for this entire week and also for the entire month. So you guys, right now, what I'm looking at, if you guys look at the dashboard above here, we are in a spot in the market where I think we could actually get a nice reversal on the SPY or the futures market. This is the ES. Guys, take a look. When we were in this top red section before previously, this was a great spot to be looking for a push to the downside after getting a bull run. Now, we just previously got a buy signal here at this 4455.50 level, now currently sitting up around this 4462.50. That was a great signal into the market. This is actually a spot where if you're currently in this and you're using these metrics yourself, this is where you want to potentially be looking to take some profit before you can get a reversal in the price. Now, with that being said too, we're also coming up to a level, if you guys look directly left here, 446325 and also 4465. This is a strong level of resistance in the market where this touching this area or close to it could act as a level of resistance where we could actually see a push lower. And that's where we want to capitalize on a play to the downside. So right now, in a long position, yes, this is actually a really good profit so far. But you guys can tell too, we're kind of just like, we're like stumbling. We're almost kind of like going back and forth here. The other metric I want you to look at, this top red deviation overall on an overall bear trend is actually right at the top. So we're heading to the downside. This is a linear regression based on the past 100 candles. This area, this is right where we saw a decrease. So what I'm looking for is actually a nice short position to be able to enter in here for a reversal down first before we get a pop up in the market. So what you can do too is take a look at this middle band up here. This is where you're going to actually see this middle band switch over to red. We'll see if we can get this here in a moment. That's going to represent bear market momentum. If you guys look directly left when we end up getting these sell signals, all three of our metrics are in combination to the downside. Money is flowing out of the market. A red dot in the middle, that's a key EMA crossover right at these spots specifically, and our middle band showing solid red, meaning bear market momentum. Every single time, this is what has happened in the market to be able to enter in for sell positions on an overall bear trend, and that has ended up netting in winning trades each time. So that is the metrics that I'm looking at right now to be able to enter in. This is the live account over here on Trade of 8 that I'll be entering the trade with, and then I'll be going over the P&L here in a moment with you guys. This is, again, the 2-minute time frame. I love trading the 2-minute time frame. I cannot say it enough. This is literally something you can get on your computer, analyze, not so long. You can literally spend less than a half an hour. The reason why it's on the 2-minute time frame, you can come on here. If you have all your signals and metrics in combination, it's very practical to make $100 to $200 with a small account, trading even with just 4 lots. Now, this is on Trade of 8. So 4 lots is only costing me $2,000 per trade, and going for 1 point in the market, which I really love to do and show you guys on this channel, is going to be $200 in profit. Now, $200 is a lot of money for a lot of people during the day. I mean, that's a lot more than a lot of people are making even at their day jobs right now. So to be able to supplement even some of that or all of it is really exciting. And that's what we're able to do using simple market metric indicators. I'm going to show you guys exactly where to get access to all of this and literally lifetime access to all these metrics, and also our Discord where we trade Forex, we trade stocks, we do options, we do futures, we do everything. Amazing. I actually have a 7-figure day trader over in the Discord who actually helps me run that you guys get direct access to, and it's absolutely incredible, this guy's knowledge. I just love seeing him trade. He literally sent me a message the other day. He's like, Justin, I ended up making like $30,000 in a single day trading the futures. I'm like, you got to be kidding. Like, when I first started working, I wasn't even making that in a year. So it's really exciting to be trading with some amazing people and be able to just get the education from them as well. So you guys, let's see if we can actually enter into a short position here. I really like how this is panning out right now, where we're kind of just consolidating into this market. We're into this top red area. This is the selling pressure in the market. Massive selling pressure up here on our dashboard. This is where I want to see a reversal to the downside and capitalize on a quick point in the market. Here we go. This looks like it's going to be this candle. I want to see if this will end up closing out. 24 seconds left on this candle. I want to see if this will actually have a nice solid Heikin-Ashi candle to the downside to give me a good directional bias opinion that we could be seeing a shift in the market and then be able to enter into a short and be able to pull out a couple $100 here. So I'm going to stay here live with you guys and see where this ends up panning out. We have 16 seconds left on this candle right now. What I'm also going to look at, you guys take a look and keep an eye up on this dashboard here. After this candle, we could potentially see this starting to shift over to red. That middle band is going to tell me that overall bear market momentum. That is when we could see this price dip down even more. There we go. So that's a good, actually strong candle in the market. See right now that is shifted over. I'm actually going to go to our chart over here. I'm going to wait for a slight little pullback up here first to see if we can get into a good position to sell the market. I don't want to just enter in right away. Anything waiting on this to actually get a little bit of pullback is actually going to be getting this on discount a little bit. So that's what I want to wait for to see if we can actually get a little bit of a push up, going up to around this level here, which was a spot of resistance in the past, 4460. That would have been this area here to see if we can get a continuation down. So you guys see how we're coming back up here on the chart. Let's see if we can pull up a little bit more. Let's see if we can get it closer to this 4460, or let's see if we can do 446050. I think this would be a really good spot in the market to be able to enter in for a short position. But again, I don't want to just enter in right away. I want to see how this market goes. 4460, that's really not bad at all in my opinion. Let's see if we can go here. There we go. Let's go and sell the market right now. Let's go ahead and go for 1 point or 4 ticks in the market, which is going to be $200. Keep an eye over here on the trade, 50, that's $100. Let's see if we can pull this out, $150. Let's see if we can get one more tick. That's going to be $200 in the market. And let's pull this out. Let's see if we can get just one more. All it's got to do is just come down one more tick. Everything, all of our metrics are in combination. Money's flowing out of the market. Red band right at the top red section here. That is the selling pressure into the market. We just need this to dump down a little bit further. And this will actually end up closing out this trade. Again, you guys, this is a live trade right now. This is currently 12:07 p.m. You guys can look at this, go back to your charts specifically today, July 11th, so you guys can see this exact trade that I'm looking at entering, or not entering, but I'm currently live in right now, just so you guys can see the technical analysis behind it. So let's stay live with you guys here and see what pans out. What I look at too during this is I want to make sure that my candles, 15 seconds left on this candle here, to make sure that we're still in a bear market momentum. If I get a candle that looks like it's going to be reversing back to the upside and it isn't going to be paying out, that's where I want to be ended up moving my stop loss to break even, and then want to be looking to either get out of that trade. So far, I really do like this candle. This is a nice bearish candle that shows a huge body wick. If you can zoom into this a little bit to show you guys, this is a full body wick with a, full body with a wick out the bottom. That is a nice strong bearish candle on the Heikin-Ashi candle on the 2-minute time frame. So I do want to stay within this trade, and I do believe that we still can see a push down here to the downside. Now, the spot that you guys can do is, this is the level of resistance in the market right here, where this was actually topped out, 4462.50. So putting a stop loss right above this is where you actually want to be putting. So let's go 4463 is going to be the stop on this. So if we go above that, I don't want to stay within this trade. Now, I just go for 1 point in the market. This will basically be like a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Some people don't like trading that way. I like trading that way just because it gives you enough. And if this goes invalid here, you guys can actually see this live on this chart. If this goes invalid at this point, then we want to be able to get out of this trade. But I do still think that we can actually see a push lower here on this, and I want to stay within this trade a little bit longer. Now, you can go for more than 1 point in the market. I just like going for a quick little scalp, which will end up equating to about $200 here on this account. So actually right now, if you guys can take a look, see how this is actually switched back over to green. So this is something I do want to keep an eye out for on this trade. So this could potentially, since we have this money still flowing above here, this is where we could actually see potential increase first before coming down lower. So I want to manage this very responsibly and to actually see if we can either get out of this trade with some profit as long as our metrics are still in combination. I do like this over here. This is still in a good spot where we haven't actually had an increase to the upside. 21 seconds left here on this. You guys, we are actually shifting back up here. So this is something that I want to be very patient on and actually just wait and see what happens in the market. You guys can actually see 3 to 200 to 100. So there actually is a lot more kind of buying pressure coming in right now as we speak. But overall, we still are in this trend here to this downside. Let's manage this really smart. Okay, you guys, right now, basically like a doji candle on the Heikinashi here, just going through. Now that's basically showing a candle of indecision in the market. That isn't necessarily saying that we're going to be going to the upside, going to the downside. That is indecision. That's like, I don't know if I'm going up, I don't know if I'm going down. So this next candle, in my opinion, is going to be very important to be able to either stay within this trend or looking to possibly just get out of this trade. Right now we're coming down. This is staying within this overall directional bias opinion of going short. I do want to see if we can close this out. A lot of buying pressure though. You guys see that 300 to 100? That is quite a bit here in the market. And I do want to be very careful on this and see if we can either just pull out a little bit in the market or potentially see if we can just get a big drop here. So money is still flowing out. You guys can tell we're not making a higher low on the money momentum just yet. This is still actually just creating lower lows. This middle band has, however, switched over to green. So again, this is where entering into a trade and actually trade management is super, super important. Looking over here, we're currently still just break even on this trade. You guys, this might be one of the ones where I want to show you guys amazing risk management. And if something ends up not going the direction that I wanted to, I want to either just get out of this potentially at break even if we don't see this next candle close in an overall bear decision to the downside. So we have 40 seconds left on this candle to see exactly what happens. If we do get a strong push to the downside and we get more of a bigger body here with a wick out the bottom, that'll be more of a directional bias that we could still see this push lower. But if we end up reversing to the other side, I want to make sure to get out of this trade either at break even or a little bit in profit. Just in my opinion, break even is much better than actually just losing a trade completely. Break even is a winning trade in my opinion, if you ask me. If you ask any of the traders within our Discord and people that we end up training with, I'd rather you guys take a null and void trade than actually losing some money in the market. So we have 5 seconds left here. Let's see how this candle ends up playing out and just see what's going to end up happening. All right, a little bit more of an indecision. Nothing too much here going on. This is kind of fluttering, just back and forth. Nothing super, super big in one direction or another. I do want to still see if we can actually get a push a little bit lower here on this. What I'm potentially going to be doing with you guys here is I want to see if we can actually, I'm going to go ahead and move this up here, and this is going to be for a break even. The reason why I'm doing this to break even is see if we can just get out of this at a break even spot, is I don't like how this is now consolidating a little bit here, and we're kind of still going over to this green section. So this is a great example of entering in on a trade like this, where overall, yes, everything is in our same direction and it is in a great position to be able to go short, I do believe, overall in the long term. But I don't want this to go into an opposite direction, all of a sudden just pop up here to the top and then be able to get out of this and just get rid of a trade. Like, I don't want to risk this much. So getting out and basically just reassessing the trade is actually really important as well. So what I'm going to do is I ended up putting this over here to break even. Let's see if we can get this to push a little bit lower here and see if we can at least just get out of this trade at a break even mark and see and just reassess here in a moment to see if we can get a push lower. So let's see, we can do that one more here. And again, break even to me is absolutely perfect. We'll reassess this in a second and see what's going on. But this will at least just not cost us anything on the account. It's just going to be a few dollars just in fees on Tradeovate or whatever platform you guys are using. And this will end up planning out. So looks like we're almost about to close this out. Let's see if we can get one more dip below. This should actually end up closing this out in a moment if we actually end up dipping below here to 4460. Okay, so that just closed it out. You guys can hear it in the back, order filled. That was a break even. So right now we're break even on this entire day for this trade so far. So let's stay live here for a second. I'm going to stay here live a little bit longer. This is going to be a little bit longer video than I normally make for you guys, but I want you to show the whole technical analysis on what I'm looking out for. This has to, again, you guys can tell now, this is still money's flowing out. Now we have a red dot. Now we have a sell signal. Now's a spot in the market where I want to be looking to have more confirmation that we could actually see a potential push to the downside. What you're going to notice, you see how that sell signal came on and off? These sell signals will stay permanently on your chart at candle close. It's saying right now all of our metrics are in combination. That is why the sell signal is being able to be illuminated on your chart. So this is saying you have a strong possibility this staying on here after this minute and 35 seconds. This is where this could see a massive shoot to the downside. You guys typically look at these sell signals in the past. Trading with the trend here, what you guys can do is just have your sell signals illuminated. This is where you're going to get the best spots in the market. And this is where we could actually potentially take out even more than one point, we could actually go for multiple points in the market. I do want to try to just see if we can get 1 point, which would be a $200 profit. But let's go through this. Let's stay live here and see if we can pull out this sell signal here that just got illuminated here on the 2-minute time frame, and see if we can pull out this in the market. So you guys, what I like to do, again, when I get a signal, wait for this to kind of get a little bit of pullback. This is basically like a discount. It's like a Walmart rollback discount. It's like wait for this to go up, get it on discount, and then that means coming down into your take profit zone is going to be a little bit easier to do so. There isn't necessarily a strong level of support here in the past until we get down to this area closer around here of 4,456.50. So that's where we could potentially run to, and I do think this is still actually a really good spot in the market to be going short. Everything in metrics in combination here. I'm actually going to be entering into this trade. I want to see if we can get this to shoot up a little bit more to the top here, and that's where I want to be entering in to see if we can pull out a point here in the market, since all of our metrics are now in combination to the downside. So let's see if we can push up a little bit higher. This will be a little bit of a discount trade. I'm going to go and sell the market right now. Entry here at 446050. Let's see how we can play this out in the market, and let's go for this 1 point. Last trade we ended up entering in was actually just a break-even trade. Let's see if we can now, with our metrics here, see if we can get the sell signal illuminated on our chart and see if we can get a push to the downside. This would be a great video to show. Here we go, 50, 100. Let's see if we can get another push. All we need to go is down here to this 4459.50, and that's going to close out for $200 profit in the market. Again, our stop loss is going to be close to this top area here. Again, you guys can go for more than 1 point in the market if you want to, but what I want to show you guys is be able to just go for 1 point, specifically here on the 2-minute time frame, and to see what we can pull out. So let's stay here live. We only need to go one more tick here in the market, and that's going to close out for $200 in the market. And that is going to be a great way to end this day. Currently 12:15 as I'm making this video. Let's see if we can do it. There we go, $200. It's touching it. It's really wanting to do it. All of our metrics in line here. Again, coming out of this top red deviation level, this is where we see the pushes to the downside. Also at the end of the market here, this is where we can see reversals after getting a big push to the upside. We only need to go one more tick here. Staying live with you guys, showing transparency. I'm going to go right over to the Tradovate account after this, show you exactly what it looks like today, what it's looked like for this week, and looks like for this entire month. P&L, everything, so you guys can see transparency and how and why I'm using simple market metric indicators to be able to be profitable in the market. Let's get one more here. Come on, I know this is cloud. There we go, closed out, just like that. Order field closed out. Great spot in the market to be taking $200. I know this is a little bit longer video than I normally do, 16 minutes and 35 seconds as of right now, but I hope you guys are seeing the education in this. Let's go over to the Tradovate account here, open this up, show you guys transparency. Let's go to today. We're going to go ahead and go. You're going to see the 2 trades that I end up taking. 2 trades, 1 profitable, 2 winning trades. Number of trades, and then losing trades. So the losing trade, it really wasn't a losing trade because we ended up literally just going break even on that first one. So what you guys can take a look at is on the day profit $200. So $200 profit on the day here. If we go to this week, let's go to this week. You guys are going to notice, let's see how we've been doing this week so far. Let's go ahead and go to go. Total number of trades, 5 trades. Number of winning trades, 3. Number of losing trades, 1. So this is going to show 3 because we broke even on this last one. I did end up having 1 losing trade so far last week, but let's go to this month now. If we go to this month, this is overall for this month to see how we've been doing. We've had 8 winning trades, 8 trades total, 6 winning trades, which in my opinion is actually 7, because that break even, in my opinion, I love getting out of trades at break even and not having a lower one. So we are literally 8 trades, 1 7, and we've only had 1 loss so far. That is a great risk to reward ratio on the account. Now you guys, this is one of the losses that I'll actually show you. You guys can look at the video I did just yesterday. This was actually a $700 loss and a $650 profit right back to back because I messed up on a trade. But I want to show you guys the consistency of taking out $200 in the market, trading with a small account. Everything down here, you guys can actually look at this. I want to be transparent with you. You guys can look at the dates of everything that I'm trading. You guys can look at the profit, the loss, all of it on here. This is what I want to show you. A lot of traders will not show you this on their actual accounts and show you why and how we're able to do this. But let's go back to the chart here real quick. Let's see how this ends up panning out. That was actually really good. So right now, that was a great spot to be going short. This ended up getting a signal to the upside. All of our metrics were in combination. And you guys, this is actually a really good educational video to say this is why I like going for at least just 1 point in the market. On the 2-minute time frame, you can get little scalps as long as the metrics are in combination. before you can actually see a reversal back to the upside. So I want to thank you guys for staying on this video this long, seeing this trade. You were able to see a great analysis on either entering into a trade with good risk management, getting out at break even, and you were also able to see a winning trade to the downside before the market actually ended up reversing to the upside, pulling out $200 in the market, sitting us up 7 wins and only 1 losses for this entire month. Thank you guys so much for following. Have a great one.